If you're receiving Social Security right now, or planning to, the next 60 seconds could save you from a nasty surprise on your bank statement. Because right now, in April 2026, three things are happening at the same time that every single beneficiary needs to know about. Your payment schedule has shifted, your check might be smaller than you expected, and there's a reason for that. And there's a ticking clock in Washington that could affect every dollar you receive after 2032. Stay with me, because we're breaking all of it down today. Clearly, simply, no fluff. Let's start with the most pressing question. When is your Social Security check arriving this month? The Social Security Administration has rolled out its April 2026 benefit payments on a staggered schedule based on recipients' birth dates. Recipients born between the 1st and 10th receive their benefits on April 8th. Those born between the 11th and 20th will receive theirs on April 15th. And those born between the 21st and 31st can expect payment on April 22nd. So if today is April 8th and you were born in the first 10 days of any month, your check should either be in your account right now or arriving today. Now, if you receive SSI, Supplemental Security Income, April is actually the first month in 2026 where SSI payments arrived on their standard date, the first of the month. For the first 3 months of the year, SSI payments were sent early due to weekends and federal holidays. So that early payment you may have gotten in December or January, that was your payment for those months, not a bonus. Don't let that catch you off guard. If you began receiving benefits before May 1997, or if you received both SSI and Social Security, your payment was issued on Friday, April 3rd. Here's a quick cheat sheet. April 1st, SSI recipients. April 3rd, pre-May 1997 beneficiaries, those receiving both SSI and Social Security. April 8th, birthdays from the 1st to the 10th. April 15th, birthdays from the 11th to the 20th. April 22nd, birthdays from the 21st to the 31st. If your payment hasn't arrived and your scheduled date has passed, the SSA recommends first contacting your bank or financial institution to check for processing delays. If the bank confirms nothing is pending, you should call the SSA directly at 1-800-772-1213 or visit a local Social Security office. And one more thing. The SSA says about 99% of all payments are delivered electronically and on schedule. So if you're on direct deposit and your date has passed, don't wait. Call. Now here's something thousands of people are Googling right now. Why is my April Social Security check smaller than I expected? This is real, and there are several reasons this might be happening, and none of them mean something went wrong with your account. Social Security beneficiaries received a 2.8% cost of living adjustment for 2026, based on increases in the Consumer Price Index from the third quarter of 2024 through the third quarter of 2025. That sounds good. On average, that increased monthly payouts for retirees by about $56, from $2,015 to $2,071. But here's the catch. The standard Medicare Part B premium increased to $202.90 per month in 2026, up from $185 in 2025, a jump of nearly 10%. Because these premiums are typically deducted directly from Social Security payments, any increase directly reduces your net benefit. The annual deductible also rose to $283, up from $257. Do the math. If your COLA gave you an extra $56 per month, but Medicare Part B went up by nearly $18 per month, your real take-home increase is closer to $38. And that's before accounting for rising costs of groceries, housing, and utilities. As of February 2026, consumer prices were still rising at an annual rate of about 2.4%, with monthly increases continuing to put pressure on household budgets. That means the COLA boost may not feel meaningful once you factor in higher everyday costs. If you are still working and haven't reached your full retirement age, your earnings could temporarily reduce your Social Security payments. In 2026, if you're below full retirement age for the entire year, Social Security will withhold $1 in benefits for every $2 you earn above $24,480. This doesn't mean you lose that money forever. Once you reach full retirement age, your benefit is recalculated and withheld amounts are gradually returned through higher monthly payments. But in the short term, it can absolutely make your checks look smaller. Depending on your overall income, up to 85% of your Social Security benefits may be subject to federal income tax. If you have other retirement income, a pension, 401k withdrawals, part-time work, that can push you into the taxable threshold and reduce what lands in your pocket. The bottom line, your gross benefit may have gone up, but Medicare deductions, earnings limits, and taxes can all chip away at what you actually receive. Okay, now I want to talk about something that's generating real buzz in financial and political circles right now, and it directly affects anyone who is planning to retire in the next decade. The Social Security Trust Fund is in serious trouble. A recent analysis by the Congressional Budget Office found that Social Security's main trust fund could be depleted by 2032, a year earlier than previously expected. News Nation. Let me be clear about what that means, because the headlines can be misleading. The word depletion doesn't mean Social Security disappears. Even if the trust fund reserves are exhausted, the system will still collect payroll taxes, and those ongoing revenues would continue funding a large portion of benefits. Estimates show about 77 to 81% of benefits could still be paid. But that also means, if Congress does nothing, retirees could face immediate cuts of roughly 19 to 24%. For the average retiree, advocacy groups warn that could translate to roughly $4,000 less annually. Why is this happening? One of the biggest drivers is demographics. More people are retiring and living longer than previous generations, while fewer workers are paying into the system. This imbalance means more money is going out than coming in, and the trust fund is being drawn down to cover the gap. From 2024 through 2027, the U.S. is experiencing a surge in retirements often called Peak 65. Millions of Americans turning 65 each year, adding major pressure to the Social Security Trust Fund. So what can Congress do? Lawmakers have several options on the table. Do nothing and let the estimated 23% to 28% benefit cuts happen, or enact some combination of tax increases and benefit cuts. One proposal gaining attention comes from Senator Bill Cassidy. Cassidy has proposed that the government borrow $1.5 trillion to be invested similarly to a 401k, held in a fund separate from Social Security's current trust funds and kept in escrow for 75 years. Meanwhile, Senator Sheldon Whitehouse has a different approach. His proposal calls for individuals with incomes over $400,000 to pay more towards Social Security and would apply to investment income as well. Social Security payroll taxes are currently capped at $184,500 in wages, meaning once high earners hit that threshold, they stop paying into the program for the year. No proposal has gained full bipartisan support yet, and with every month that passes without reform, the math gets harder to fix. Here's the most important takeaway for you personally. For each year you delay claiming Social Security past your full retirement age, up to age 70, you can get an 8% increase to your benefits. By waiting until 70, beneficiaries would see 132% of their monthly benefit. If you're healthy and have the financial cushion to wait, the numbers strongly favor delaying. Research has found that only about 10% of beneficiaries actually wait until age 70, even though it's almost always the mathematically superior choice. So what's the practical advice coming out of all of this? Step 1. Know your exact payment date. Bookmark the SSA's official payment schedule at ssa.gov. Set a reminder on your phone for the day before your expected deposit so you can check your account. Step 2. Log into your My Social Security account at ssa.gov if you haven't already. You can see your benefit history, track your COLA notices, update your direct deposit info, and estimate your future benefits, all in one place. Step 3. If you're not yet claiming benefits, run the numbers on when to claim. The difference between claiming at 62 versus waiting until 70 can be tens of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. A Social Security benefits calculator, there's a free one at News Nation's website, can help you estimate this. Step 4. Don't fall for Social Security scams. The SSA will never call you demanding personal information, wire transfers, or gift card payments. If someone contacts you claiming to be from Social Security and asks for this information, hang up immediately. It's a scam. Step 5. Start diversifying your retirement income now if you're still working. Given the uncertainty around the trust fund, Social Security should be one piece of your retirement puzzle, not the only piece. A Roth IRA, 401k, or even a high-yield savings account gives you cushion if future benefit adjustments affect your income. To wrap it up, here's what you need to remember from today's video. Your April 2026 payment dates are April 8, 15, or 22, depending on your birthday. SSI arrived on April 1. If your check looks smaller, Medicare Part B deductions and modest COLA gains are likely the culprit. And the bigger picture, the trust fund clock is ticking toward 2032, and Congress is still debating what to do about it. If this video helped you, please hit that like button. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who need this information. Subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's update, and drop a comment below. Are you worried about the 2032 trust fund deadline? I read every comment. I'll see you in the next one.